Hello everyone, this is iKonakona, and thank you for tuning in for another TF2 commentary. This time, it's about projectile weapons in TF2. More specifically, projectile weapons that have an arc to them. When the Triad update came out, one weapon in particular kind of stood out to me because it was a projectile weapon with an arc to it, and that was the Flying Guillotine, or the Flying Guillotine. I actually think it's Guillotine. But people like to pronounce it both ways, so there you go. But yeah, that weapon, it was really weird because it had an arc to it. Not only does TF2 have projectiles like rockets and stuff, but surprisingly there's a lot of arcing weapons, where gravity actually takes an effect. And if you look at a lot of other first-person shooters like Call of Duty, Battlefield, the other games that I'm really into, I don't see a whole lot of that, because a lot of it revolves around the modern age. It's kind of more of a more serious shooter. It's not like this kind of casual for fun shooter with all this crazy stuff like TF2 is. So, TF2 has a lot of arcing weapons, and I thought, it would be kind of fun to really learn how to use these weapons. These weapons are not easy. It's not like you can go out there and it's not like you can go out there with a minigun and just get a lot of kills. These weapons require a lot of skill to use. That is why I want to start a quest, and this quest is going to be to master the arcing weapons of TF2. Now, when I say arcing weapons, what I'm really talking about are weapons that deal damage. Things like Girardi and Mad Milk are actually considered arcing weapons, but they don't really deal damage. They usually follow up with stuff. By the way, look at this. Such a fail. He was standing still. How could I not kill him? That was such an easy kill. Anyway, I want to get better at arcing weapons that deal damage in TF2. Now, notably, this is things like the Sandman, like I'm using here, along with the Flying Guillotine. The Scout has another weapon, the Rap Assassin, in which you launch a Christmas ornament and it does damage, and it also causes the enemy to bleed on hit. The Demoman has a couple. You have the regular pipe grenade launcher and the Lock and Load, both of them doing explosive damage on hit. The Sniper has the Huntsman. Oh, I love the Huntsman. By the way, the Huntsman is my absolute favorite weapon of all time in TF2. When it first came out, I remember how really weird it was, because everything else was a gun or a rocket or something like that. It was really like a modern type of weapon. And then you come over here with the Huntsman, which is kind of taking a step back in technology, I guess. Yet it was still really fun to use, and sometimes very effective with those headshots. And you can pin someone against the wall. So much fun to do that. You have the Medic with his arsenal of syringe guns and the Crusader crossbow, and also the Pyro with, I think now he has three. He has three, like, flare gun type weapons. The flare gun itself, the detonator, and now the scorch shot, all arcing weapons. And so, because of this, I really want to try and get better at all these kinds of weapons. The needle gun, I'm thinking the syringe gun is going to be very difficult, because as a medic, you should be healing someone and only bust out that needle gun when when in your last line of defense, when there's no one around you and you have to defend yourself. So maybe the guys on the server will be nice and let me be medic with a syringe gun only. I'm just gonna let them know, like, hey, I'm not gonna heal anyone, so get another medic. I think it's going to be very interesting on this journey of trying to master these projectile weapons, because each of these weapons, even though they are projectile type, they each have their own trajectory. They don't act the same way. Even something like the Sandman and the Flying Guillotine, there's a slight adjustment that you actually have to make in order to hit both of them. It's really weird. At certain ranges, like point blank for example, I guess, you can't really see it too much. But at longer ranges, you definitely feel this difference between just the Sandman and the Flying Guillotine. And those are just the two weapons, and they're both scout weapons. So imagine trying to, hit someone with the Sandman and immediately after hit someone with the Guillotine. And remember, the Sandman's bonk effect, the duration of that depends on how far you are away from them when you hit them. So, you can't just spend all day trying to aim that Guillotine. You gotta go boom, boom, one after another. Kind of like that. Now, I'm going to be assuming that these weapons are by no means the weapons to choose if you want to lead a lobby. Honestly, for me, if I want to lead a lobby, all I do is play medic, and I heal people. Oh, by the way, I got this amazing bonk, but so far away, and I was like, I gotta kill that. I just bonked an invisible spy. I gotta go for the kill. So I was like, just hoping I would slip by that Uber. Didn't work out. But yeah, if I want to lead a lobby, all I do is play as a medic and heal people, get a ton of points that way. Or I play as a heavy and just mow people down. It's so you kill people so fast with a heavy. It's amazing how easy it is to actually play heavy. And that ends up being a lot of points, and I end up leading lobbies that way. But, you know, for me, the point of TF2 is not to lead lobbies all the time. I do want to try my best and try to get top score, but it's going to be really interesting with these arcing weapons because I know that I cannot get top 3. I don't think I can even get top 3 with these setups because they're just so gimmicky. They're so weird. Maybe if I spam Huntsman a lot, because Huntsman is probably the best projectile weapon I'm at right now. So that might work out, but I'm not really expecting that. I'm just expecting to get a little better at projectile weapons, understand them more, understand how to use them, not fail like this, because I totally missed that guy, and I threw the guillotine at the wrong person. This is how you're supposed to do it, like that. By the way, this setup, for some reason for me, it works really well one-on-one, but it doesn't really work that well when there's a whole bunch of people that I have to choose to aim for. And this is a case that I just failed. You know, yeah, just so bad. Now, if you're really good at using arcing weapons, I would really appreciate some tips to help me get a little better at these. Because as you can see, I kind of lob them and hope for a hit. There it works out. But I know a lot of it is practice. But you know, if you have some kind of tip that would help me out in mastering these arcing weapons, I would really appreciate it. You can leave it in the comments below, or better yet, you can actually make a video response and show it to me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.